everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, some bad news for Lord of the Rings fans. It looks like the new Gollum game, which actually I was kind of excited for, is one of the worst reviewed games of the year. The PC version of the Lord of the Rings Gollum currently sits at number 295 with a Metascore of 43. One place behind Clive in Wrench, a game I've never heard of that has a Metascore of 50. And so 43 is pretty low, so I went on a deep dive, because how bad could it really be? Well, according to Inverse writer Joseph Yaden, Lord of the Rings Gollum is the worst game I've ever reviewed at Inverse. In my 3 out of 10 review, I covered just how painful the game is. I wouldn't recommend playing Lord of the Rings Gollum if you get it for free, much less paying $50 for it. And if that wasn't enough to break my heart, Giovanni Colantonio, the gaming section lead for Digital Trends, shared that they couldn't dignify it with a scored review in good faith. And I mean, just from what I've seen today, it's rough. According to all the stuff I've seen on Twitter, the game has strange animations and weird flashes, bizarre UI choices, performance issues, you name it. I don't know what I expected from the trailer. I didn't think it was going to be perfect, but this is supremely disappointing. In other news, yesterday during the PlayStation Showcase, we got our first look at Project Q, Sony's streaming portable gaming device that will allow you to play PS5 games remotely when connected to Wi-Fi. As reported by Games Radar, we know that Project Q will come with an 8-inch HD display screen, so you can already imagine the sort of space you're going to need for using this thing on the go. It'll also come equipped with 2 controller halves on each side of the screen, which basically gives you a DualSense wireless controller on the go. And while the tech is cool, it's got a lot of people asking, who is this for? Just last year, Sony released an officially licensed PlayStation backbone that lets you play PS5, PS4 games on your mobile device. And so Project Q is essentially that, except a bigger screen and no text message pop-up notifications. Both require a Wi-Fi connection, which is honestly what most folks seem to be underwhelmed about when it comes to Project Q. And the wireless earbuds, I mean, all right, if that's your jam, but I could care less. Ultimately, it'll all come down to pre-orders, like pretty much everything Sony does, and that will determine where they go from here and where they push Q out into the market and that kind of thing. But it was an interesting showcase. Thank you to everyone who watched it with me. The VOD is up on this channel if you want to just enjoy that. And I'm excited for a lot of the games that I saw. So, I may not be Q happy, but I'm game happy. Speaking of game happy, even though we didn't get it yesterday, today we got the announcement for Disgaea 7. Vows of the Virtuous, the 7th installment in the series, officially launches October 3rd in North America and on the 6th in Europe. In addition to the release dates, we got a brand new story trailer detailing what we can expect in this latest installment of the strategy RPG series. Together, unlikely duo Fuji and Perillica must join forces and embark on a journey to not only collect the 7 weapons of origin, but also defeat the evil, corrupt shogunate. Disgaea 7 will also include several new features like a new and improved auto battle system that will make grinding a breeze, hell mode, item reincarnation, online ranked battles, and more. Plus, the core gameplay systems have been streamlined a little bit more and focus mainly on leveling up weapons and classes within your party. There's also over 40 character classes to choose from, ranging from boxing witches to gun-toting samurais, so you can really get creative with character combos on your team. If you're a fan of strategy RPGs like me, this is a wild series, and it's super fun and doesn't take itself too seriously. And it's certainly one that I would say, give it a shot. Anyway, you should give my Patreon a shot. Ooh, that's a segue, all right. Head over to patreon.com/Jesse Cox. We got all sorts of stuff going on over there, and you help support all the stuff we do on this channel. So thank you again to everyone over there, and thank you to you for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.